Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you in this pandemic era? I hope all of you are doing well. Well, in this video opportunity, I will tell you about 2 points. The first point is the role of phonology or the phonological role. The second point is prosodic phonology. Well, this is my accomplishing my test, especially final test of English Phonetic and Phonology subject. But after that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Uswatun Hasanah. My ID number T 2019 60 and 15. I am from English Education Department 1 of UINHAS Jember and before. And let's start off the first point. Topic is phonological role. Phonological role is a formal way of expressing a systematic phonological or morphological process or diachronic sounds change in language. Phonological roles are commonly used in generative phonology as a notation to capture sounds. Related operation and computation the human brains perform when processing or comprehending spoken language. They may use phonetic, notation, or distinctive feature or both. Here, there are 5 kinds of phonological role. The first is assimilation. Assimilation is phonological process in which a sound change in weight from phonemes, typically consonant or vowels, change to be more similar to other nearby sounds. It is a common type of phonological process across language. In some cases, assimilation causes the sound spoken to differ from the normal pronunciation in isolation, such as the prefix in of English input pronounced with phonetic M rather than N. In other cases, the change is accepted as canonical for that word or phrase, especially if it is recognized in standard spelling. Example is implant, pronounced with M, but composed historically of in plus plant, implant. The second is dissimilation. Dissimilation is phonological process in which two close sounds change to become less alike. Example is annual and annular, cultural and cellular, and venal and velar. That is insertion. Insertion is phonological process in which a sound is added to a word. Example is voiceless stop insertion, word between a nasal consonant and a voiceless fricative. A voiceless stop with the same place of articulation as the nasal consonant is inserted. In English, many say hamster instead of hamster. A or P is added. The fourth is deletion. Deletion is phonological process in which speech sound disappeared from words. Example is police become please. Friendship is said as a friendship. Because English is a fast or common speech language, so vowels can be deleted to make the word one syllable and easier to pronounce in a fast manner. The fifth is metathesis. Metathesis is phonological process in which sounds switch place in the phonemic structure of a word. Example is to make easier to pronounce and understand, rather than switches to historical example include Old English becoming modern English. Example is beard become beard and ask become ask and relevant become relevant. Second point is prosodic phonology. Prosodic phonology is a theory of the way in which the flow of speech is organized into a finite set of phonological units. It is also, however, a theory of interaction between phonology and the components of the grammars. There is a prosodic phonology have for the prosodic feature. The first is syllable structure, the second is word stress, and the third is sentence and phrase stress, and the fourth is intonation. The first is syllable structure. What is a syllable? Syllable it is commonly known to be speech with that is large just a segment. There are 2 types of syllable. The first is open syllable. Open syllable usually ends with vowels. Example, go, we, and others. And the second is closed syllable. Closed syllable usually ends with one or more consonants. Example is eat, bowl, mouth, and prick. The second is word stress. What is stress? It is the rhythm of language. In pronunciation, stress is the relative emphasis that may be given to certain syllable in a word or to certain word in a phrase or subtrain. There's a four general rules about stress words. The first is first syllable stress. First syllable stress, the noun with the most two syllables. Example is climate and knowledge. The second is last syllable stress. Last syllable stress word the most two syllables. Example need, reduce. The third is second syllable stress to the last. Second syllable stress to the last from word and ending with AC, sion, and tion. Example is aesthetic, attention, and retribution. The fourth is stress the third last password. Words ending in cy, ty, phy, and gy. Example is democracy and geography. Is sentence and phrase stress. What is sentence and phrase stress? Sentence stress is the music of spoken English. Sentence stress is what gives English its rhythm or pitch. When words are combined into phrase and sentence, one syllable receives more stress than the others. Phrasal stress can distinguish a compound noun from an adjective plus noun combination. Example is hot dog, a type of food, and hot dog, an overheated dog. And then red coat, a British soldier, and red coat, a coat that is red. The fourth is intonation. What is intonation? In phonetic, the melodic pattern of an utterance, intonation help to recognize the language that you heard in the same way as the melody of a song help you recognize the song that you are listening. It also conveys the force of expressing meaning. Example is surprise, anger, and happiness. There are two types of intonation. The first is rising intonation, and the second is falling intonation. Rising intonation can express a number of various emotions, such as non-finality, surprise, doubt, interest, and other. Example, your name is John. And the second is falling intonation. Falling intonation used for asking and giving information in normal, quiet, and emphatic style. Example, your name is John. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.